Perfect. Well, we got both players starting up here. The countdown is on, and we are getting set off here in match number 1 of this best of 3. Kind of a lot on the line here for Peas and Beans. Already down 0-1. I don't think Raydex has played yet in the group stage, has he?
I thought that his previous one was part of the EMU group from the schedule.
I'm looking. Okay, yeah, Ray's down 1-2. So I guess they're both kind of desperate for a win here. So kind of a an underdog slugfest. Peas and Bean being the ultimate underdog here with about a minute and a half weaker PB here. But as we saw in the last race and in several races already in this tournament, PBs don't always matter for that much. You can still outplay your opponent. Your opponent can make some big mistakes. Races are scary for everybody.
Very true, very true. And depending on who you are, it can definitely make a huge impact. Yeah, like Killian just said, Ray had only done a match against Zilkin so far. So what happens if somebody wins in this round? Do they advance, or does it just go into a pool?
Yeah, so basically there's 4 people in each group. Everybody plays each other once, and then the 2 people with the best scores move on to the playoffs. There's some sort of tie, there's tiebreaker rules, but we won't get into that quite yet. We haven't really quite decided, honestly, on some of the tiebreaker rules, considering the fact that the best of 3, but yeah,
Gotcha.
we'll figure it out.
I'm sure it'll work out. Looks like Peas and Beans is slightly behind Ray at the moment, missing Lactu Skip, but not unrecoverable by far.
Missing Lactu Skip and playing on English, not the greatest start here, about 10 seconds lost already to those 2 things alone, but may have a little bit easier time catching the rabbit, we'll see.
English is what, 5-second difference in 16?
I believe it's 3.
3? Okay.
I'm like the worst at like time difference numbers. I just go with like very broad estimations, but I do think that 3 is the actual thing people say for the difference between English and Japanese, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta wonder why he chooses to play on English, if it's just something he's used to, or...
Well, we can go with the standard meme, which is that definitely has an English cartridge, and this Dr. 64, he had to, you know, back that up onto a floppy disk so that he could load it onto his computer and play on his emulator, because nobody's ever downloaded a ROM on the internet before.
True. I mean, maybe he just can't get a Japanese cartridge shipped to him, because that would be the only morally good way to acquire the ROM.
Yep. Always gotta respect your Nintendo overlords. They've never done anything negative towards the community. As Peas and Bees doing a little bit of handstands on the tree here. Not what he really wanted with that movement, but you know what happens. That's some tricky movement.
And he had a bit of a chance to catch up, because Ray actually missed the first Owlus attempt, but that might have just put them back where they were. Peas and Beans going for a faster star during that moment, so even though they are caught up in star count, there's still a bit of a difference.
We're seeing both of them so far going for the same 16-star route, not going into the basements early. No LBLJ route for either, which I think is a fair assessment for both. Obviously, Peas and Beans sitting in 1803 probably doesn't have super consistent strats in terms of the LBLJ route, and Ray, I believe, runs LBLJ route in his PB, but going for that in a race is a little bit risky, especially when you're outmatching your opponent. I mean, Ray can just play really cleanly on no LBLJ and probably squeak out a win every time, so I think it's a good move.
Definitely safer. We did see him do an LBLJ route during the exhibition match at the end of his race with Zilkin. So obviously he is capable, and he has that PB there, just not something I imagine he pulls out during races.
That's why we have the social in the booth. The social doing the research before the races. I love it. I'm into it. Has way more game information than even me, the person putting on the tournament and watching every single match.
Well, I understand. It gets to be a lot. I'm sure it sort of muddles together a little bit.
Oh, I literally could not even tell you the names of every racer that was on today. I could, like... Actually, no, I think I can. I think my memory's decent enough. Yesterday though, I'm drawing a blank. I have no idea who was on yesterday. I'm not even kidding.
Gosh. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. Oh, Peas and Beans going for the waking of the owl strategy.
Yeah, I think it's a good call, especially you know, we're kind of playing the consistency game here. If Ray has like a meltdown on Alice, loses 15 seconds, very easy. You miss Alice a couple times, have some extra spaghetti on the side. You're losing
spaghetti.
15-20 seconds on Alice, and when you're on emulator, that's only saving you like 3 seconds or something optimally. Like if you're like going crazy, you're doing like a quick turn. It really doesn't save that much time on emulator.
Yeah, fair point. I didn't actually even consider that with the lag. It really wouldn't save very much, or the lack of lag, rather. But in a race, for sure, especially at the level that both of these players are at, all they really need to do is, you know, not die, get through the run. Either of them can get a 17 or an 18 pretty easily. Don't really need to, like, push the envelope just to be consistent. Or just to be consistent.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm super happy to hear a lot of people saying the fact that you just have to not die, because we've seen so many like really high level players come in here with like crazy movement and then they just like die or they moat or like just something absolutely catastrophic happens. It's like, yeah, you can save like 3 seconds at every star, but if you just lost 40 seconds in Dark World, like it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't, and it's unfortunate, but it is the reality. It's not like you're running RTAs on your own stream or offline at home. It actually, every single race matters. I have a lot of respect for somebody like Slit, for example, who is clearly very high up there, former world record holder, and even during races, he will go for sock folder.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I was honestly shocked to see that from him. Like, you would expect him to be going for like salt and stuff, or you know, even just texture would be fine. But very confident with the sock folder. Apparently, you know, knows it quite well. You can kind of go for sock folder and be like, oh, this is gonna work. But if you don't know like all the ins and outs of sock folder, it's not extremely consistent. But I think Slip knows what he's doing.
He definitely does, and every time I've watched Slip in a race, that's generally been his strategy of choice for Cannonless, has been to go for sock folder, just because, you know, he does so many runs, he loses so many runs to Salt Class that he just knows one bad run to Salt Class, like missing it twice, it's not great after that. Might as well just keep it safe.
Goodness, that ground pound from Peas and Beans almost cost a lot of time. Oh no, but the wall kick is just a little bit off and Peas and Beans is dead. That's what we were talking about, dying at the end of Dark World. That is a large chunk of time, like around 30-40 seconds right there. Probably more like 40.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe more, maybe like 45. Like, that was a pretty late death.
It depends also how fast they do it, because for new players, a lot of people take like a minute and 20 seconds, over a minute to get to the end of Dark World Reds. So yeah, I could definitely put him behind quite a bit at this point.
Yeah, I think we're going pretty speedy here. I think we're definitely like capable of getting like a 55 or so on Dark World pretty consistently on the side of Peas and Beans. But oh, taking another death. This is kind of the time, I mean, if you're in a race, like, obviously you want to pray that your opponent's going to make some massive mistakes and come back, but, like, once you've taken 2 deaths in Dark World and you're in a best of 3, it's kind of like, all right, next game. Like,
right.
You don't want to totally write yourself off, because at the end of the day, if your opponent does make those mistakes and you've thrown in the towel and just, like, either given up or, you know, started messing around to the point where you're not going to come back even with those mistakes, you kind of look silly, but yeah, Peas and Beans still playing for his life here, so we like to see that.
Yeah, I gotta respect him for that. It's tough, because there's this part of you that almost wants to be recognized as being self-aware, so you're naturally gonna try to, you know, not do anything that might seem cringe or whatever, and for some people that's not realizing that you could still have a chance and you could still go for it. So it's nice to see that he has that spark alive. And it looks like he will make it to the end as he grabs the last coin here.
Oh, but Raydex having a lot of trouble on the side hop. One more attempt. If he misses this one, that's going to be really bad, but does get a good frame wall kick that time. Very close to dying in LLL there. Would have been a nice chunk of possible time save for Peas and Beans. He's just now heading into the Bowser fight. Probably about a minute and a half behind where he wants to be here.
Yeah, Ray's on his way to HMC now, and Peas and Beans is just finishing the end and misses his throw. Unfortunate.
I'm just looking over at my activity feed and noticing the Ferrari Club has raided us. I didn't even notice that previously. Thank you so much, Adam, for the raid. I was wondering why it had about 1 million viewers. A lot of racers packed into that front seat lately. Welcome in on from Adam's stream. I know we're not playing 2D Mario, but 3D Mario, kind of cool, kind of epic.
Is that what Adam's doing these days? 2D Mario?
Yeah, a lot of 2D Mario. SMB 123, SMB 2J, Super Mario Land. Pretty much every 2D Mario on the planet, I'm not gonna lie. Except for like the newer ones. Either way, Raydex heading in here, one more star, gonna be Rolling Rocks, going for the GTM slide here, but getting
Amazing.
a bad rock RNG, really terrible rock RNG.
Wow, twice! That really sucks, poor guy. And after he did the GTM slide perfectly, it just has to happen.
Yeah, not the end of the world, the time save's not that crazy, but I mean, it is a bit rough. Oh, and Peas and Beans unable to get that long jump. Should be totally fine here. The hitbox on the bird is pretty generous. Could have even been a little bit lower, I think. Go grab that star, but...
Yeah.
Now that I said that, gonna have to criticize him not doing the Mario Camp C-Down ending. So comfy.
I have to say that, yeah, it is so comfy. It is so much easier to just set up that angle and cut across the edge to slide down. I actually first saw that in a Clint Stevens VOD, so...
Stuff.
You know, I know he doesn't need it, but shoutouts to Clint Stevens.
#1 speedrunner in our hearts as Raydex gets the weirdest angle on the glitchy wall kick there I've ever seen. Peas and Beans taking a little bit of slip and slide on the pyramid. Does get that star eventually. Oh, and chip flip from Ray. Wanted to show off a little bit here. In the lead, might be getting a little bit saucy. I mean,
getting cocky, this guy.
He has some time to work with. He
does.
Maybe we need to see some task long jumps come out. Better be going for full glitch. That's all I have to say.
He had done that last time. Man, this guy has big plans. He's already lining up all of the pro strats and just like waiting to build that consistency, and he'll be ready for it because he's already doing them in RTA where he can.
Dude, I love the amount of players going for those crazy strats early on. Like, it used to be a lot of the time like people wouldn't like make fun of you, but people would like very, very much be like, you should not learn those strategies. Like, you are not ready.
Yeah.
You are not worthy. And now it's like people are just like,
Yeah.
no, I already know moving right side and GTM slide and front sub and chip flip
It's
and
insane. Pole glitch. And
it's like
fuck,
it's like you don't have a sub 20 yet, and they're like, yeah. It's like, okay,
so.
all right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to do that. So, you know, mad respect. And, you know, it still persists. I understand that people just want to make sure that, oh, Ray missing his early cycle. But I understand that people want to make sure that new players aren't scared away from how challenging things are. But whenever I was doing runs, I pretty much did Owless from the start. I maybe spent a few months not doing it, and then I just started doing attempts. And even though I knew that I was going to lose run after run to it, it was still important to me to want to do, just to have fun. But regardless, I was still met with so many people coming in and constantly just telling me to stop doing it, and that it was cringe, and that like I shouldn't be doing that yet, and blah blah blah. That's what's really discouraging, is gatekeeping what you should and shouldn't do in your runs.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to like, if you know, you see your friend doing Alice on emulator and they have a 28 and they can't get a sub 20 or like even a sub 25, I feel like mentioning that might be a good quality. But yeah, there's definitely a line that gets crossed sometimes. As we see
Yeah.
Ray hopping back into here, heading up to BLJ's.
Oh shit. Where the run officially starts.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen plenty of players. I don't want to name any names, but we've seen some pretty good players get stuck on BLJs.
Definitely happens.
It happens to literally everyone.
You can feel the anxiety mounting as it happens with each attempt. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
I've never ever. Okay, that's very good.
Nice.
Great exiting on the second volley there. Not bad on the 50-star door. Honestly, in a race you get second try BLJs. That's totally good. Totally excellent, in my opinion.
Definitely. And he still has plenty of time to spare. He has a whole fire sea to go, so.
Oh no, not quite getting up the stairs. That was a bit strange. Oh my god, please don't go back down.
Okay, and getting up there. Just past the invisible wall.
And onto the skies, Peas and Beans is still taking on Fire Sea, of course, with those 2 Dark World deaths. Being a little bit tricky to catch up, but definitely holding his own here. Ray's gonna have a colossal meltdown in Sky. We'll see if he opts to even bother with triple jump wall kick. I feel like that's really the only way that to possibly come back if he's just like super committed to like moving right side, which we're about to see come out, which is a little bit silly but does nail it. So what are you doing? What just happened?
No! He long jumped and didn't dive, I guess.
No, Ray. No, Ray. Okay, Ray's gonna just. Okay, I'm not even gonna tell Ray what he's gonna do. He's just gonna do it. He's got it figured out. That's all I have to say. It's in the books. No, don't go for right side again. Stop. Oh my gosh, he's a monster.
Man, what a mad lad. Holy shit.
Just talking about gatekeeping strategies, commentator gatekeeping the moving right side, telling Ray he can't do it, and he just busted out twice in a row. I can't believe he just long jumped off after that first one. That was actually like soul crushing.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 1,000 mistake, honestly. That's just, I'm nervous and I'm fat figuring the wrong buttons. And it looks like Peas and Beans here getting to his LBLJ portion.
Ray gonna be chucking Bowser straight off the map there, not gonna connect the bomb. Needs to miss about 17 more throws in order to make an opening for Peas and Beans, but could see it happen. Not gonna see it happen. Very sad.
Great job, Ray. And Peas and Beans actually had quite the speedy first BLJ there. Unfortunate that it is already at this point in the first race, but there's always the second race to look forward to. Hopefully he can bring it back.
Yeah, hopefully that Peas and Beans won't be too discouraged. I mean, it's pretty easy to be down on yourself after 2 deaths in Dark World, but the rest of the run's been pretty decent, so I don't think that Peas and Beans will be too burnt up over it, hopefully.
Yeah, again, the first BLJ was really solid, so definitely knows his stuff, but with all people, you know, within that PB range, the biggest issue is always consistency. They have the BPT to know that they're capable. It's just a matter of continuing to grind and get very consistent in all segments of the run.
Yeah, as we watch Peas and Beans wrap up this route here, gonna be grabbing probably a 20, I'd guess, as long as we don't miss too many throws, gonna be somewhere in the 20 range. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cursing the 20. Wasted about 15 seconds trying to get that pipe there, not gonna lie, but it's
still possible. If he doesn't miss any throws, it could be like a 20-20, 2025.
We will see.
Oh. Oh shit, that hit. Crazy.
I'm going with the second throw though.
Yeah, unfortunate. Alright.
Oh, what bomb do you throw at in this situation? Oh, that's
yeah.
not gonna hit. I like,
Oh.
for me, I'm never gonna hit anything from the middle of the stage. I just give up. I just throw it short and do another toss, quite honestly.
It's tough. Whenever you miss once, it's really hard to regain that sense of depth perception where you are, where the bombs are, when you're used to doing everything in a very specific order, assuming that you've hit all the previous ones.
That's gonna hit. No, dude, the bomb was right there. You just
Poor guy.
turn to the left. All right, that's good. Poggers.
Nice.
Epic
And with
W.
that, the end of the first one. Getting all the first race nerves out, hopefully.
These beans gaining some supporters in the chat room from the Adam Ferrari gang. Love to see it. We haven't seen any copy pastas today. I don't know what's up with that. The copy pastas have left the building, perhaps.
Maybe everyone's just burnt out from the events earlier today. Still congratulating Cheese.
I mean, we've seen it like several times in many different tournaments on this channel. The copy pastas can turn the tide of battle. They're a huge morale booster. I'm not even beaming, like...
Do racers watch the chat and the stream?
Sometimes, yeah.
Huh. What about you? If you're racing, do you find it helpful or unhelpful to watch the chat?
I usually keep the chat open and I usually watch the stream. I don't think it's helpful. I think it's terrible.
Okay. It's just there.
I think watching the chat can be good. I think seeing people cheering for you is incredibly poggers. Like, probably one of my fondest memories is racing in this, like, my first tournament ever, the Squid Invitational, and everybody was spamming. Like, I was so stoked that I got a sub emote. Everybody's like spamming my sub emote in the chat. Like, that was super powerful.
That's so wholesome. Oh, so you were in the Squid Invitational?
Yeah, Squid Invitational, the greatest SM64 tournament of all time.
That's awesome. I wish they'd do something else Mario related, but not really super involved lately.
Yeah, hopefully soon. There's rumors of the Squid Invitational too, long ago, but
I don't know anything about that. I know that right now they're playing Elden Ring, and that's their focus, and Lost Ark and Pokemon Legends, but I guess we'll see. It would be really cool. Maybe I'll try to suggest it to them again.
oh my goodness, the raids do not stop. The Baronade coming in with a party of 19 trillion. Thank you so much for the support. Good a time as any to plug the YouTube channel. We are incredibly desperate for subscribers. We need to get up to 100 subscribers. I think we're like 12 away. Really need to get a link that's not ZXQBFPTBRJW57PXQ so that we can, you know, maybe advertise a little bit better. But, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you whether or not you want to change the face of gaming forever. But I think both players are ready.
I don't even know if I'm subscribed.
Probably not, because I think we've gotten like 10 subscribers. Actually, I think literally 8 since we started running tournaments on the channel again. So unless you subscribed like, I don't know, 8 months ago or like a year ago, then probably not.
No, but I just did, so there you
Let's
go.
go.
Number 88. Woo!
Let's go. Wait, did we go down again? Was it 88? Damn it. Sad.
And here they go, starting their second race. Hopefully now that they've gotten the first race jitters out of the way, we can see a bit more of a redemption arc.
Redemption will be real. I'm tasting a game 3 in the waters. I'm ready for it. We've had a lot of blowouts today. I'm ready for a game 3. Nobody wanted to do their third match today, even for fun. I was kind of sad. We all had to kind of just like sit here in silence and just twiddle our thumbs
for like half an hour.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh man, that's crazy. Because just the other day when I was last here, every match went to game 3, except for the one that I commentated with Ray and Zilkin. And they did an exhibition match at the end anyway, so might as well have.
Both players are getting stuck at the bridge guard, getting interrogated.
Classic. English Lakitu coming up, bust his balls.
Does English Lakitu lose more time? I don't even know.
I don't know, but
actually
I would
probably
imagine
saves time?
it has an extra...
I don't know.
Really? I thought it would have an extra box, but...
I think generally don't English text boxes save time? I don't know. I don't know anything about this game. Raydex going for LBLJ but grabbing the door. I'm not sure why we're doing LBLJ. Raydex possibly feeling pressured by the fact that he missed the Lakitu skip? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, maybe he's trying to make up those few seconds.
Yeah, this
it's a brave idea, and I mean, it's more or less working out for him, but I don't think it quite got him the time save that he was hoping for because of that one missed attempt.
Yeah, I mean, 2-minute drop into Dark World, even if you factor in that Lakitu skip, we are pretty much missing out on 90% of that LBLJ route time save, if not all of it. So yeah, Raydex here, probably not really super excited about the fact that he has to go to basement now and do pillarless and triple box jump and, you know, all these hard stars. Like, even Bully Star is going to be quite a bit more difficult than the alternatives in Womp's Fortress or... oh my god, okay, Raydex.
Yeah, for sure. Opting for a much harder route on all fronts of the run. Sorry, my voice is starting to cut out. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm gonna try to keep it working for the next hour.
This is true in the chat, though. If they wanted to do that, if GTM and Xandru wanted to do their game 3, or it went to a game 3, we would not have caught the cheese world record live. So
very true. It was destiny. Everything converged so that every single person in the community could watch that historic event.
Pretty awesome. Raydex here going to be grabbing the key. About a, I don't know, 340-ish exit out of Dark World here. 335 maybe? Oh my goodness, where are we going? Peas and Bees on an adventure in Womp's Fortress.
No, an adventure.
I don't even know what happened there. Like, what star were we going for? How did we end up in this place?
I think he was going for Womp, King Womp, and he slid off of the slope to going up to the tower.
That makes sense.
And
oh no, we're on another adventure.
Yep.
So
same adventure.
What a lot of people do in that situation is they'll just go to the teleport and then do a straight triple jump up to the top of the tower.
I've definitely seen that.
Peas and Beans opting not to do it, and this is probably why most people end up doing that, because this backup can get really sloppy otherwise, and there's not much you can do that's faster. So it's something to consider in the future for attempts, and it's really only good for no resets. Like, most of the time if you're doing like PV attempts, you're just gonna reset that. You have anything decent in a PV department,
especially in the first few minutes of the run, people like to try to have that split be as clean as possible for things down the line. Speaking of which, Ray is going to have an increasingly harder time during this run, just given the route that he picked, so hopefully it doesn't cost him the race.
Well, luckily for Ray, Peas and Beans is having a really troublesome time with these non-LBLJ stars. I mean, Womp King was a struggle. Now, Top of the Tower a little bit struggles. I don't know. I feel like Ray's probably ahead right now.
Probably. It's so hard to tell. Again, the route changes and both of these runners having quite a few little mishaps here and there. And I don't think it'll even sync up until, what, MIPS?
Well, as soon as Peas and Beans grabs that Dark World key, we can kind of have a pretty good idea of where things are at. But even before that, I mean, Ray's heading down to the basement. Only has 4 stars, but does have that key already where Peas and Beans is going to have to head into Dark World now. It's going to take about a minute to get through Dark World plus the Bowser toss. And then has to head downstairs himself, so Ray's going to have to only collect 2 stars in the time that he has to go all the way over to CCM, get some stuff. Like, it's... There's not a lot going for Peas and Beans right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, and Ray... Oh,
goodness, how did we get over that gap?
Wow, that was the most clutch, glitchy double jump. Insane.
We've seen some pretty clutch plus saves in this tournament, but that one was definitely up there in terms of the top clutches on Pillarless of all time. Peas and Beans has the craziest looking camera ever going into the penguin here.
Seeing some pretty crazy things out of both of these runners right now as they struggle with knowing that they've made mistakes but have to keep going. Oh, and Ray also doesn't opt for the Mario Cam C-down.
It's always best to not look where you're going in Mario 64, especially like if the camera's gonna move like while you're doing movement. That's definitely optimal. Gotta say, I don't have any beef with that camera whatsoever, as you can tell.
Yeah.
There's very few things that I'll like aggressively criticize in people's gameplay, but I really honestly cannot think of any possible reason why keeping Lakitu camera there is good.
I think it's just habit, because from my attempts, there's always this question of, well, when do you switch the camera? And I think most people do it after they land on the platform with the line of coins, but whenever you're not used to doing like those sequence and orders, and you know you're starting out, especially pressing all those buttons at once whenever something crazy is going on, like you're flying through the air, jumping off a bird, it's hard to process all of that at once. So I think it just comes down to getting super comfortable with movement to the point where camera changes are much easier to consider.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I'm just a grumpy old man getting angry at camera angles, but Raydex here looking a lot better on the side hop this time around, not taking any damage this time. Very clean. We see Ray now with 9 stars and the key in the basement already, as Peas and Beans has not even got this 9th star. So as
pretty
we can
comfy
see,
Dark World cycle though.
Yeah, definitely not out of this yet. Ray could have some issues in the late game, especially. Even these stars coming up are going to be a little bit more difficult. You know, Peas and Beans can go down to the basement, do stuff like Top of the Pyramid and Talon and 8 red coins in Lava Land. Raydex getting Invisi-Sealing tier, gonna take a death on Elevator Tour, and that's what I'm talking about. These stars are harder. You have way more opportunity for death. I mean, even stuff just like getting, I don't know, voided in triple box jump, or not getting over the wall, or you know, not being able to get over to the bully without bonking. There's so many things that can just cause death here.
Definitely. Well, Peas and Beans, luckily this time around, having a much better experience with Dark World. He is out of there and getting down to the basement now.
Yeah, doing that key aspect that we were talking about earlier of not dying. Very phenomenal. It saves
Yes.
quite a bit of time.
Even in RTA, I think people underestimate, you know, if your goal is to PB, oh, Ray, then you really can't underestimate how much time it loses to die.
Yeah, I mean, like, even like at extremely high levels, like, people still die, though. It's not really super avoidable. Like, people will, like, try. It's, like, a very common thing to be like, oh, I'm just gonna get a run where I don't die, but it's like, you're literally gonna be doing that until you have a 15. like, yeah, you'll probably get, like, 1 or 2 where you don't die, or you, like, you know, don't make any insane mistakes, but...
And even then, you watch GTM, you watch Slip, you watch Suiji, you watch Ouija, like, they die still, you know,
And then they get
so
a 14
hard.
somehow, and it's like, okay, cool, thanks, dude.
Yeah. I think the most common place that I see it is definitely that rollout whenever they're trying to go for Suki in Dark World, the box rollout. That's always super sketchy to watch because of like one mistimed button press and you're diving over the box into the void.
Box rollout is ridiculous. I cannot believe anybody goes for that. I've grinded that movement for like hours and I like can't do it at all. Like
it feels like a Taz strat. Like it's insane.
I'll do it like once out of like every 50 attempts and then people just like do it in runs and races and I'm like, alright, that's sweet. But I gotta mention real quick that we actually just hit 1,420 followers, which is an extremely funny number.
Oh shit.
So please nobody follow. There's no content on this channel ever, and we'll only be having 16-star races with some of the top racers in the game for the next like 5 weeks, so definitely do not follow, guys. Do not follow, that's an extremely funny number, please.
Well, congrats to you and your team, that's super exciting. How long have you been doing races on CCG for anyway?
Probably like 2 years now? I don't know, we took a little bit of a break to do some other things, but I think the first tournament was 2 years ago.
Crazy.
Right here, gonna be grabbing the bunny here in the hallway. Peas and beans with one more star to collect in HMC. But not too far behind, all things considered.
Yeah, it looks like he's caught up quite a bit.
We'll see if the end game gives Ray any troubles here. If we go for chip flip again, I think Ray has to be a little bit more careful. Peas and Beans is not sitting on 2 Dark World deaths here. I think a chip flip would be a little bit crazy, and he's just gonna go for it.
He's gonna go for it.
He's gonna get it.
He gets it. Oh my god, this guy is nuts.
Yeah, definitely going for the strats.
It's crazy. I would definitely keep an eye on this guy, because if he continues, you know, he's gonna be so good. You know, I mean, he already has a mid-16, which is amazing, but I definitely expect a 15 from him by the end of the year, for sure.
Yeah, getting some serious Tom Car vibes over here.
Yeah. Hello, G. Congrats on your race.
Dang, just G, you guys must be like close or something, like best friends, holy cow.
I like to think we are close friends. We've been pretty good friends for the last year. Yeah.
I feel like if I called GTMG, he'd block me on Twitter. Alright, Ray having some trouble here on the early cycle Fire Sea movement. Not going to be nailing it. Can take a little bit of burn there, but that's a-okay. Only going to be losing about 7 seconds or so. Not the end of the world.
Yeah. See, he calls me Dissy. We have nicknames for each other. It's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah. BFFs.
Ray nailing this left side movement. Of course, no lag because we are on the emulator, the most superior console on the planet.
It's so smooth and beautiful, and there's no need to zoom in or turn the cam around. I think you do that, right? You turn the cam behind you whenever you do left side?
Reverse cam is definitely easier than sideways cam, I'll say that much.
I can't imagine. I really can't.
Reverse
For
cam is
me-
not hard. Like, you literally just long jump and then you can see where Mario is, you can see where the platform is. Very safe.
It's Monka. I think you need a very good working intuition about how far you have to long jump, because you need to know when to stop long jumping, right? And jump into the fire.
Definitely. Like, you have to have some sort of a plan for, like, you just need like a visual cue basically, like when you want to kind of jump into the lava.
Gotcha.
Which I mostly ignore, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's a feeling thing. Like everything else in Mario that anybody tries to describe, it's always a feeling.
We like to talk about our feelings in the Mario 64 community, that's for sure. Raydex, hopefully feeling pretty good about these BLJs. Had a decent set of BLJs first time around. See if he can deliver on the second one, because Peas and Beans is not too far behind. Doesn't get that glitchy tail grab though. Gonna have to run a couple of laps around Bowser and having some trouble with it. Oh, and missing the throw on top of it.
That's gonna set him back for sure.
That is absolutely abysmal considering the fact that Raydex is getting stuck on these BLJs. This was Peas and Beans' time to shine.
Yep.
But that's 20 seconds lost.
He still could though, because Ray is still. And misses another throw, and Ray is through the first door.
We just lost straight up almost a minute on Bowser 2. Like,
that's very unfortunate.
Oh, and now we're dead. No, Peas and Beans. It's all chat's fault. I'm just gonna say it right now. There's no copy pastas in the chat for Peas and Beans. I don't know if we were aware that Peas and Beans is the underdog. We got one in the chat from the sponsor rep. It's not enough. Sponsor rep is like, I don't know, there's some like anti force field around the copy pastas from the sponsor rep.
They don't work.
Yeah.
Truly unfortunate for Peas and Beans here. All Ray really has to do is just beat the game, and oh, he's going for left side. Oh, and he still falls down. Poor guy.
In the speed kick over the gap here, half a pie left. A hard fall would mean a death here for Ray. He has a lead, but it's not super insane, crazy lead. It's pretty large, but okay, having a good elevator cycle there, able to get the side flip. The Goomba is quite far away from the ledge, so this should be a victory from Raydex, unless he's unable to get the throws for about 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Not expected.
One quick throw from Ray there. That was a really fast throw.
It was. And Peas and Beans just getting through the first door, but having a hard time with the stairs. Just as Ray clutches it out for the second game now.
Yeah, 3 throws for Ray. Gonna lock in the win here. Be 1-1 in the group, so that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Well, good for him. He got to have his redemption arc. He got to win a match.
Peas and Beans finish up here, but unfortunately, gonna be taking the L in this one and moving down to 0-2 in the group. What group is this?
Oh, falling all the way down.
That's a brutal fall. That was almost disaster. If he was just a little bit further to the left, like, he would have hard fell and then bonked off the side and just died. So, I mean, it could have been worse.
True. Luckily that, oh no. just
D-
missing the
It didn't
imprint of the
happen.
long
None of this
jump.
happened. Everybody close their eyes. Peas and Beans need some alone time right now. But yeah,
And he's
look.
still going to finish that, so gotta admire him for that.
Looking at the group. Not sure. Okay, so Ray. I'm pretty sure Peas and Beans gets eliminated here.
Peas and Beans taking another fall, but he is still stubbornly trying to get past this segment of bits. And he is almost there. But having to back it up now to get to the top of the slope. Just taking the safe approach, second pole gang.
I do believe that Peas and Beans gets knocked out of the tournament from this one. We'll still have one more match to play, but we'll not really be able to come back from that, unfortunately.
Well, it was a good attempt, you know. Gotta admire someone for going up against people that have minutes off of him in their PBs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Ragex has a 16:30 or 27 or whatever it is, and Zilkan has a 15. Oddme has a low 17. Peas and Beans rolling in with an 18:03 and trying to knock out some crazy gamers. Unable to do it this time. But I mean, Peas and Beans like literally like, doesn't even stream. Like I'm pretty sure Peas and Beans is like very new to the game, so just pulling up the competition at all is pretty epic.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to just put yourself out there, put yourself in a race. So gotta admire him for that. Definitely worth checking out his journey as well, as I'm sure he will improve in the coming months.
Very cool.
Awesome. GG's. Ray giving the camera a little fist bump for the fans.
A pound?
A pound?
I was just thinking about that. We have Kano on tomorrow, and I don't have a Kano subscription, so I can't Kano pound. I might have to fix that.
Oh, you gotta have it. What's more Kano than pounds and drakes?
See what the racers want to do. It is the last race of the day, so we don't really have any time to kill, but they want to do their last race. It's on the table. Waiting on one of the racers here to see what they want to do. Time to talk a little bit about our sponsor, Urban Arts. Fantastic charity that we have partnered up with for many projects and tournaments and fundraisers and all sorts of fun stuff. Got a lot in the works with them, but basically what they are is they are a program in the United States that sends kids to school for the arts and technology surrounding game design. So whether it be getting them scholarships to get into college, giving them the hands-on training they need in order to make their own video games, they do pretty much all of that. If you want to learn more about them, you can check them out. !UA in the chat. I see someone already plugging it. Absolutely legendary. And thank you to everybody who supported the fundraiser last weekend. We raised a few $100s, smashed our goal. It's pretty cool. We've never really ran a fundraiser on the channel before, so more of that to come. We have a lot of hype events planned. But yeah, they put up like $2,000 for this tournament, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why Jason threw so much money at us, but he's like, yeah, just play some ads on your channel, and I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Knows how to invest in the long term, you know? He invests in the kids, he invests in their future, and he invests in CCG. So really an all-around pretty stellar sounding dude.
Yeah, we love Jason in this chat room. Why we have a We Love Jason command. Very important.
Understandable. And it looks like both of our racers are willing to do a Game 3 exhibition match.
Epic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm always down to watch some Super Mario 64 16-star. Kind of obsessed.
You don't say. What about you? Have you been doing runs lately on your own channel?
Oh man, we don't talk about that.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I tried to do some runs the other day and they went absolutely terribly. They were like completely abysmally bad. I was like, I'm not gonna go to bed till I get a 17, and then I played Ocarina of Time, and then I couldn't finish a run on Ocarina of Time, and then I turned off my stream.
Oh, and cried. Yeah, I get that. Sad.
Don't have a ton of time to play though, so I don't know. I gotta not beat myself up over that stuff, because like, you can't expect to like just not play and then turn on your console and like play like a crazy gamer. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Definitely, definitely. It's a huge time investment to be good and consistent. And, you know, it's obviously why you have people like Cheese and Punkay and Simply who can always perform at a very high level. Green Suigi is kind of an anomaly, though. He's a bit of a freak for being so good so fast. But, you know.
You can't just call him a freak. Come on.
He's a great kid. I love him. He's a great kid. But he's kind of a freak, you know, like a bit of a machine. It's like if Suigi was born, I don't know, like on crack. It's if Ouija was born on crack. It's crazy. Kid's nuts.
Word choice could be better, but I get your point. Ouija is definitely crack. Probably does not do crack. Probably not. Probably not. Okay, anyways.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Moving
Just as a
on
figure of speech.
to the race. Radex here getting Lacti Skip. Peas and Beans doing a pretty bad lineup there. Completely just like, I don't know, getting into his own head a little bit. Some straight up just running there to set up for the Lacti Skip. Gotta get the right distance. Gotta get the right spacing. It worked out this time.
It worked out for him, yeah.
I'm surprised Radex went for no LBLJ route here. Maybe he just wants to go for a crazy good time.
Possible. Considering he did do it the last time, but he seems to be sort of in that place in between not being sure what to do when in these races, since he knows all of these strats, but has to continually bargain with himself over whether or not it's worth putting that time on the line, because if it goes badly, then obviously it's a pretty big loss.
But heading into Womp's Fortress ahead of schedule here. Peas and Beans a little bit behind, probably about like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, not crazy.
Womps goes. We'll see if we'll see any crazy strats come out. Radex looks like we're just going for the standard triple jump wall kick for the Owlus. No double jumps here. Peas and Beans
I wonder if that's something that he does on the side, is a double jump Owlus.
There's no way that works, is there? Okay.
Oh shit.
That was so far to the right. I'm surprised that worked.
And Ray hitting it with a texture.
Oh.
And missing it. It's funny because they both looked just as far. I don't know with Class if it's a camera angle thing, but for whatever reason, it worked out for Peas and Beans and not for Ray.
Yeah, both of them having a little bit of trouble with that wild blue. Ray catching the pole. Peas and Beans not able to get that side flip wall kick first try, but at least it was problems for both on that star, as Radex now going to be going for Canalus again. Okay, going for long jump Canalus.
Oh my
That's
God.
definitely an option.
Was that the Bjork setup?
I have no idea the difference. I don't know if there's Bork and long jump, or if it's just Bork, or if I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh, missing it again. I love that backup. It's so much fun to watch with the ground pound onto the bridge.
It is so annoying to mess up.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, finally getting it with the texture.
I didn't even bother with that backup for a long time because it's just too it's too annoying. Like if you just don't get quite enough height and then you ground pound down to the ground, it's just like, wow, I just wasted like 8 more seconds, cool, or like 10 more seconds or whatever. Like you can go and just do a side flip and just do something like you would do for like red coin movement, or excuse me, 100 coin movement, like as a backup, and it works pretty
Like
good.
going down around to where the wild blue is, or going back up?
No, like just doing like a triple jump up the slope and then doing a wall kick up to the rotating
Oh, I see
rotating
what you
thingy.
mean.
It's hard to call like
Gotcha.
platforms anything in this game because they're all just cubes.
Yeah, it's very true.
You just do the kick up to the block. What block? Everything's a block. Everything's made out of bricks.
The
Oh my
platforms
goodness,
are...
P's and B's
Oh,
messing up Owl. That is not something you see every time in a race.
definitely not. That's very unfortunate. And his
Definitely.
pause there sounds like he's a bit... It seems like he's a bit frustrated, looking for what to do next.
Wait for
His
the
only
Owl to
real
come back.
option-
That's. I mean, he could do
Yeah.
Owlless, but maybe he doesn't do Owl.
That's true. I didn't even actually know that it came back so quickly. I would have assumed he would have to take a death and re-enter.
The Owl is not something that you see very often, and when you do see it, you don't usually see people messing it up.
Yeah. For sure.
Radex, you're heading into CCM.
Still not super far from each other, but
What happened?
that
Did Ray like do
definitely-
something? Oh yeah, we were just messing around in Candleless a bunch.
yeah.
Right. I was like, how did Peas and Beans not get Owlful and then still not lose that much time? But they both had some
Owlful.
troubles and yeah, Owlful.
I like that. M. Riss admitting to messing up the owl on a regular basis.
I'm not sure what to say, Emrys. Perhaps, I mean, my only guess is maybe you don't know that there's like momentum storage. You want to be standing still-ish. You don't want to have like inputs on your control stick when you're grabbing the owl, or else when you fall off the owl, you won't maintain that momentum. My only tip.
Mario
Otherwise,
has a lot of weird quirks like that. Momentum, angle, speed storage is tricky.
yeah, that sounds like some complicated OT mechanic, honestly. Speed storage. And then it actually is incredibly benign and boring when you actually see it.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, you could think of a speed kick like that, but I guess it's more of a movement to chain your speed to another move.
It's like doing a manual in Tony Hawk Pro Skater to keep your combo going, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been watching some Tony Hawk Pro Skater speedruns, mostly just because Joe Random runs Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, and it's like actually insane.
I've never seen a Tony Hawk Pro Skater speedrun. What
It's-
do they
it's crazy.
judge the categories on?
Just like any percent, like normal speedruns.
Like they actually have to. It's not based on points or anything like Pokemon Snap. It's
I
route
mean,
that they
I'm
finish?
sure that there's some different categories. Peas and Beans here, taking a death in Dark World. The Dark World deaths have returned for our friend Peas and Beans. It's unfortunate, but true. Joe Random is very epic, and I hope that everybody in chat is having a very nice day. That's all I have to say.
okay.
Or a
that's
wonderful
nice.
day. I can't remember what it was. I think it's wonderful day. I messed up the meme.
Good attempt.
Chat not understanding the meme either. Kind of awkward. just making me look like a nice person. I don't know how to feel about this. God
Yeah, I'll
forbid
be
the chat
honest,
thinks
I
I
don't-
want them to have a good time just by the own good nature of my being.
Yeah, that's definitely not the case. You wouldn't want that.
No, definitely not.
I can't say I've seen Joe Random myself, but I assume that's a catchphrase of his.
Yeah, Joe Random used to go into the SM64 lobby Discord every day and say, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and that was like the only thing that you'd ever see from Joe Random in the Discord.
That's so nice. A little strange, but not bad.
Shouts to Joe Random. Anyways, heading into Lava Land here, Raydex. We will see how the side hop goes in this stage. Had some trouble with it on game 1. Could have some troubles in game number 3. Game 2 was fine though.
Is he doing side hop on this route?
Maybe. No. Good point.
Okay, great.
No, actually,
I thought
yeah,
maybe
no,
I
yeah,
was
we are.
just
We are.
Oh, okay.
I believe we are. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. going
Poggers.
back
I
in.
mean, I totally knew it all the time, the social. I
Okay.
knew it. I can't believe you doubted me. I definitely
I am
remembered we were doing no
so-
OBLJ.
I'm so sorry to doubt you.
And gets it first try to totally dampen all of my hype for the potential death.
And he's now a couple stages ahead of Peas and Beans, a healthy 3-star lead. But on the bright side, Peas and Beans seems to have had a better run so far. I mean, he did take that death in Dark World, but
Oh,
even
Peas and
so,
Beans.
oh,
With the bad angle, the fire raining down from above, unable to connect with Peas and Beans' booty, unfortunately. Not gonna get that speed boost. Oh my goodness, but we're dead.
poor guy.
Did you know that burning is always faster because it makes Mario run super speedy?
I didn't know that, but it makes a lot of sense considering you're not stuck in the quicksand.
That's why sometimes you'll see pros burn themselves in the basement because they just want to go really fast. Like, Mario moves his feet really quick when you burn.
Do you mean doing castle movement to get
Yeah.
to SSL?
Yeah,
Oh.
you just burn yourself on fire.
I did not know that was an intentional strategy.
Definitely real. But anyways, chat, we really need to make up, like, I need some help. Because I've been trying to curse Ray for, like, this entire run and nothing is working. I need some, like, we need to, like, write some fan fiction in the chat. Like, where can Ray possibly fail coming up? Because I'm running out of ideas. I don't know, maybe chip clip fail, but that's not really, it's not going to be enough. Oh, that's...
There's a bit of a bonk. He could chase Mips around the basement.
You could just bonk on every single wall in the basement until the end of time. I think that's possible. Oh, but Peas and Beans not going to be
he
taking
gets
that
it.
rain from Raydex. The walls have magnets in them, and some sort of implant has been put inside of Mario's head that is made of metal.
Super unfortunate. The curse has backfired onto our underdog. Can't believe you do Peas and Beans like that, Saren.
I love that everybody mispronounces it P's and B's at some point. I don't know why. Like, it's just like a natural combination.
I said it that way. Yeah, it just came out. Peas and Beans.
Alright, chip clip. We've done it once. Had it twice. Oh, just
Not going
gonna give
for
up.
it.
I think we were gonna go for it, but then miss the swim, and Ray's just looking at the screen and not really paying attention. I think probably watching the restream.
I'm surprised. He has so much time ahead of him, and
I think it was straight up just like not focusing.
yeah, fair.
Imagine not being entirely focused on your gameplay in a best of 3 show match after you've already 2-0'd. But yeah, gonna be taking a little bit of a bonk on the rotor there. It's probably not speedy.
Probably not. I think that's a good assessment.
Have we seen an early cycle out of Ray yet? I'm not even sure. I don't think we have.
Ooh, this game, I don't think so, or this race. I believe he hit it once.
All right, pole glitch. Here we go. Looking good. Lots of dust. No, it's unfortunate.
Oh.
All right, time to kill all the Goombas and get poverty pole glitch just to prove that you can do it.
Poverty pole glitch.
Oh my god.
Oh man, there's another Goomba down. This guy's going for all of them. Trying to extinct all the Goombas in Fire Sea.
Yeah, we could be getting Reggie Cycle here. I think we're fine though. Needs to go pretty quick. Normal Cycle is getting away from him here. But we'll be able to make it. Oh, the single jump wall kick, the patented Ray strategy.
Insane.
That's
What a save for that cycle.
It's good enough. As long as you don't get Reggie Cycle and Fire Sea, you're doing good.
Oh, Peas and Beans going for a little bit of a second ground pound. Not quite able to hit the buttons in the right order. Happens.
I think we're gonna have to resort to drastic measures for this show match if we want Peas and Beads to bring home the victory. Somebody's gonna have to sneak some like overclocking crystals into Peas and Beads N64. I'm not really sure what the solution is, but
if anyone wants to make it out there and figure out where he's at.
we're running out of time.
Uh-oh. Ray not quite connecting with his Bowser throw, but able to just nudge him into the bomb.
I'm tempted to say yes, but as we learned earlier, 3-letter abbreviations can be dangerous. DTM was just too dangerous to be put in the prediction because apparently it means something to the youths that I'm not aware of.
Wait, what? It wouldn't let you predict with GTM in the name?
Nope. It's too inappropriate.
That's so weird. I've come across a couple of those running Gambas in streams, and I never understand where it's coming from.
Predictions are incredibly, like, auto-modded. I don't understand why. Raidek's not going to be able to get it with that much speed. You're going to have to go, okay, that's an interesting way to reset up, I suppose.
Oh.
Oh, cannot quite hit these BLJs, and, I mean, has to get them eventually, right? Okay, there's...
Okay, he'll be good, yeah.
That was looking suspiciously like a door touch, but, we are up the stairs. Onto the endless staircase. Peas and Beans is just now fighting Bowser 2, but not quite quick enough as Raydex is busted out the nose BLJs. Menace Monk. Where is Menace Monk?
Crazy.
Absolutely powerful stuff.
Peas and Beans doing another world tour around Bowser.
Almost getting the long
Ray!
jump, but getting a weird bonk there. That was very strange.
Strange, like, double bonk, like a crazy billiard ball banking off all the sides.
Yeah, it was like stuck on that like rod or something. I'm not even sure what the heck was going on there, but not gonna go for it a second time. Not gonna give Peas and Beans the chance that he deserves. Kind of sad.
It is a little sad. He could have taken one more death attempt.
Not even overcommitting to the speed kick over the gap to look cool. Would have definitely fallen there. Very sad to see.
Oh, speaking of falling, almost taking a fall on that left side, but backing it up with standing left. And avoiding the Goomba snipe.
I don't think Peas and Beans is making it through this door. I wasn't really looking, but it doesn't seem like we have enough speed.
No. Unfortunate.
The one and only Mr. Walk coming in with the raid here in the end of the last match of the day. Thank you so much for the sweet raid, everybody. Much appreciate the support.
Welcome, welcome.
One more throw from Ray. Gonna be closing things out for the day. It wasn't supposed to rhyme, but now it's going to. Kind of awkward. Sound like Dr. Seuss.
Nice. And that will do it. Not that he needed it for the victory, but it was great to get to see both of these guys do one more race and keep everybody entertained for another good 20 minutes.
Nice Ouija there at the end. Very cool.
Yeah. GG and grats to Ray.
Very epic.
Not much longer for peas and beans either. I assume he's probably got a shot. I was gonna say maybe a sub 21, but
Yeah, I can definitely sub 21.
yeah.
Get some good throws and not
Close.
to jump around the pipe for 30 seconds and we'll be good.
True, true. Both racers have done that in these races. Kind of funny.
All right. Oh, first throw's off the mark.
Bam. Looks like we got Ray listening to the Metal Cap theme while he waits.
It's really inspirational.
It's a great track.
That'll hit.
Nice. I gotta say, those bomb hitboxes are very non-intuitive and very confusing.
Yeah, they're always super generous when you don't need them to be. No way he hits that. That is so far away. Maybe with the bounce if it was on target, but a little bit too much distance there to cover. That is it here for this best of 3. Gonna be wrapping things up with a 21:30 or so.
Epic.
Very cool.
GG's, peas and beans.
Love to see it.
And good on him for closing out every race, you know, not just ending it DNF, actually getting to the end.
Yeah, that is a good point. A lot of racers, might kind of throw in the towel after getting clapped in a race, but peas and beans, just picking up the pieces, making it work, even if it's not a sub 20, just finishing it through the end. Very, very good stuff. See if we can get these racers in for some interviews here before we end things off for the day.
Cool.
We're going to be getting them both in here. First off, Raydex, welcome into the booth. Congrats on your victory today. How are you feeling?
Thanks. I need a second to turn down the volume of the emulator. Okay, so I'm fine now.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Project 64's default volume is incredibly loud. It's like
It's so loud.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Your victory
definitely.
today. How are you
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. And I guess it was kind of weird to play right after the one run, if you know what I'm talking about, but it definitely was fun and also great matches.
You feel like you've redeemed yourself a little bit after your match with Zilkin?
Oh yeah. I know that I still have a chance to to get second in the bracket, but I would say that it's good to know that I could maybe do it.
For sure. Well, congrats on your win. Super fun. And thank you for staying for the third round despite not needing to. That's always really nice for us and for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Much appreciated.
And Peas and Beans, how are you doing? How do you feel about the match?
Yeah, thank you for having me again. I'm feeling okay, you know. I'm not exactly ecstatic with 321s. But you know, that's just the nature of this game, right? There's the highs are high and the lows are low, and just got to keep picking yourself up after those 30-second mistakes, those deaths, and just got to keep moving forward, right? So yeah, I mean, it was still super fun to race, to play, to compete. This is only like my second one ever, so I've had a ton of fun playing. And yeah, congratulations, Radex. You made him move really
Thanks.
fast, so well deserved. And yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
And Peas and Beans, I have some questions. I tried to look you up on SRC, on Twitch, on Twitter. I couldn't find anything. How long have you been playing for?
Yeah, I'm a little bit under the radar. This is actually
Yeah.
like the second time I've ever streamed even. I don't know, I just haven't
Wow.
just been playing it kind of in the background, and I saw this tournament. I was like, yeah, why not? You know, it sounds like a fun thing to do. So I signed up, and yeah, but I've been playing for a fair bit now, I guess. Maybe, I guess in terms of time, like 8 months, but of course, you know, kind of on and off. Sometimes I was really playing a lot, and other times not so much. But I have an 1803. I'm really looking forward to getting that first 17, breaking that barrier. That would be pretty huge. So I'm
For
excited for that.
sure.
Hopefully soon.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's tough in a race, especially, you know, to get consistent. And when you're at the level of 18 and 19 and you're put on the spot like that, just due to the nature of consistency, it's totally reasonable, you know, to have the times that you got during these races. And, you know, all things considered, it could always be worse. You know, it's still a pretty decent time considering that it's in the middle of a race and you have a lot of guts going against these guys here, people who have PBs in the 16 ranges. So props to you for showing up and putting yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, these guys are definitely really talented, so it's definitely fun to go up against them and see how I can do, you know, even though the chances might not be the best for me out here with an 1803 at this level, but it's really great to see them play really well, and compete against them is really fun. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. I've been having a great time.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. It's definitely good to see new faces in the community all the time, especially pulling up to tournaments. Very cool, very epic. But I think we're gonna wrap things up because it is past my bedtime. It is now 2:53 in the morning. I think it is probably for some of you guys out there as well. So yeah, huge shouts to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us all day today. And don't worry, there's more 16-star action to come tomorrow and the next day. We have 4 matches per day once more, and then of course a full week starting on Friday again. Pretty much the same deal as this week, a little bit more active in terms of matches though. But yeah, gonna be starting things off at noon tomorrow with Hano versus Benji. So if you don't show up at noon tomorrow, you're basically gonna miss out on one of the best races of the tournament so far. I don't know what you're doing. Definitely be here, follow the channel, subscribe to our YouTube. I already said we're desperate for that. And yeah, shout outs to Cheese, definitely. Big shout outs to Cheese for the world record today. That was very epic. Glad we could all not be watching 16 star and could admire that for a little bit.
For sure.
But yeah, we're gonna go off and raid right now. Not sure how much longer the stream's gonna go on, but there is another 16-star tournament going on that I've never heard of because the community is really lost in terms of telling each other about their events. But we're gonna go check them out, give them some follows, show them some love, and yeah, go check them out. Very cool stuff. Later, gamers.